Wi-Fi? What's going on with the Wi-Fi? Mm-hmm. Yo, yo, one person in the chat. What's going on? Give me a one if you can hear me, and a one and two if you can. Oh, that's Yasaka. Shalom. Ones and twos, ones and twos. I am going to get ready to talk to the audience. I'm going to wait till some people get in. Hopefully, I'm not going to wait on a bunch of people, but microbes and micro supplementation. Ones and two. Thank you. Checking this Wi-Fi. Making sure this Wi-Fi is up. I think it is. How are you? How are things going? How's the garden, first and foremost? Well, not first and foremost. I guess that would be second. How's your well-being and mental state is number one. And then how's the garden? Gotta know how the garden is doing. I remember you saying you had a lot of okra. A lot of okra. You said you were pulling up okra because they were infested with aphids. Which sucks because aphids are actually super easy to get rid of. So I wish you'd have left them. But it's all good. Troll? Look like an Epstein? No, I don't. But why troll though? Why not just be a normal person in the chat? RGZAT, Mr. Rigzat. Why not just be a normal person? How are you, man? What's going on? 12 people in the chat. Can you give me ones if you can hear me? Ones and twos if you can hear me and see me clearly. What is going on? Johnny Williams. And this is another. I'm giving you an opportunity to just be a normal person and present yourself normal, man. What's going on? Talking about Epstein and all that stuff. Cut it out, man. My girlfriend broke up with me on. Okay, so I took her wheelchair. Guess okay. Good for you, I guess. Today's stream, today's live is going to be about microbes. You're presenting your opinion. Your opinion is false and made to provoke. So you're just a troll. Let me see here. You're out of here. I've been forced into a transitional period as of Friday, which I know will be for my good. The garden is doing well. Forced into a transitional period, meaning going to start some fall crops soon. It was so infested. It sucks. An opinion can be false, actually. If your opinion 1 and 1 equals 3, your opinion is false. So, yeah, this guy is just a troll. He's not even here to be a real person. Let's see here. Boom. out of here. Let me see. What'd you say? Interesting people. Yeah, I know, right? It's amazing what people pour their actual time into and waste breath. Unfortunate. But, hey, nothing I can do about that. People will be people, I guess. What are you doing? Today I'm going to be talking about microbes and ways to get microbes into your gut, good beneficial microbes, and ways you can just inexpensively add them to you. They benefit you in such great ways. Lactobacillus is going to be one that I talk about pretty heavily, and making sure that you guys are doing pretty good health-wise. So when you have good microbes in your gut, that's going to allow you to absorb better nutrition from whatever you like to eat, whether it be a nice hamburger, hopefully with some lettuce and tomatoes on there, because why not? Onions as well. A good burger always has onions. But whatever you may eat, you'll get more nutrition from it. Speed up your metabolism, help you to stay fuller longer. Me personally, I think I ate today. I don't even remember if I ate today. But I've been getting some good microbes from some home brewed wine, some home fermented wine that I've made, and it's been making me feel pretty full. My gut has been interacting with these microbes, which is sending signals to my brain that, hey, we're full, we're good down here, we're doing things. Want a new sub? Sure. Can you add your topic in a caption, or is it too late? I don't know if it gives me that option as of right now, but I know when I upload it, it does ask me to do that. So yeah, I'm not sure. Hey man, new here. What's your favorite superfood? My favorite superfood, soursop. Soursop fruit would probably be my favorite superfood. But if I'm going just something typical that you could probably just get from the store, avocados, bro. They're so versatile, full of healthy fats. I love avocados as its flavor. I think it gives a creamy texture whatever you're eating. And I just like to cut them, open them up, and put seasonings on them and just eat them. My third favorite would be maybe kale or any type of greens. Collard greens, mustard greens, kale, spinach, any type of greens. Eating that raw will give good prebiotics, which is a good fiber into your gut. That is absolutely tremendous. Bee pollen and avocados. Bee pollen is another forgotten one too. I like bee pollen. I mean, I don't have anything else besides that. I like bee pollen. I just don't use it as frequently as some people do. Bee pollen is great. Raw honey in and of itself is great. Arugula? Wesley Snipes. Thanks, I guess. How can I take a regular number 2 movement? Hopefully you're being serious about that, not trolling. Good microbes. Right now I am enjoying some homemade wine. This bottle is just a bottle I had. But I am enjoying some good homemade pear wine, full of beneficial microbes. What if instead of that wine glass you had not a Sodom, not one of these. Golly, man. I wish people could be just normal and like kind spirited. But hey, that's unfortunate, bro. Nah, you're not sorry, bro. Why would you even say that? Yeah. He's out of here. Yasuka tacos? Is that a sign for something, or are you saying tacos is your favorite like food to add prebiotics or something? Wealth of knowledge. I appreciate you. How much can you say about your wife recipe? What does that even mean? Wine recipe. Got you. I'm like, what? A recipe for a wife? I wish it was that easy. Just sugar, spice, everything nice. No, you're good. I thought you were being a troll. We have two trolls already out of here. Can't even be here, saying weird things. Um, my wine recipe is kind of straight, simple. This one here was a wine that I made from a heavy pear harvest. The pears were like super overripe. Most of them weren't even crisp and crunchy anymore. They were just like overly sugared, almost rotting fruit, which is perfect for making wine. Took a couple days to juice them, to be honest, because I just had one juicer and I didn't want to overheat it or mess it up. Um, so I just juiced them, used some wine yeast. I initially didn't add any sugar, and I wanted to see what would become of it if I didn't add any sugar. It fermented for a very good while, like almost a week, and then it stopped. When it stopped, I tried it, and I'm like, it tastes like a prebiotic. Added more sugar, a lot more sugar, put more yeast, and had it to ferment for a second time, and that is what this is. It's a much more full-bodied wine, rich in flavor, very still fresh and crisp with the pears, but the fermenting process does allow you to have beneficial bacteria in there. Once those beneficial bacteria get in your gut, you have a set amount of time while they're active to flush out everything. It's going to make you go number two. So if you're looking for a regular number two, or you haven't been regular in a while, you've been constipated, some home brewed wine, preferably the fresher. You don't like, if you're going to age it for its flavors and its notes, and being like a sommelier or connoisseur, that's not really the beneficial microbe method. You're going to brew it for like 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. After, you're going to almost drink it while it's still brewing. It's going to still have a lot of those beneficial yeasts and bacteria in there. Once those get in the gut, flushing everything out. Do you get a buzz? Not even sure if y'all can notice right now, but I can feel a buzz now. I need a ABV meter so I can test how strong this is. This is the first batch. This one tastes more like a kombucha, like an alcohol kombucha. Now this one, which of course I've tried already, I can't lie to you and be like, I never tried it. It's gonna be my first time on camera. This one, sweeter, full-bodied, crisp. I would enjoy that with a good fish or even a steak. Believe it. First batch you ever made? Heavens no. I used to make a lot of wine. I used to make a lot of mead, which is a honey wine. Instead of sugars, excuse me. Instead of sugars added to juice, you're literally just fermenting honey, water, and yeast. Simple as that. Your ratios of honey and water will determine what your end result will be. I don't think there's as much beneficial bacteria in mead as there is in natural wine, but there is some to be spoken of. Have you heard of ice wine? Yasaka be coming up with some stuff where it'd be like, you might as well just go ahead and start explaining some of this stuff, because I think you might be one of the few people I've ever heard use the term ice wine. Is it a method of making wine, or I know it's not you actually fermenting ice. You can't do that. Where are you from? I was born in Houston, raised in the Caribbean. I'm first generation here in the U.S. So, and where are you from, bro? Where do you hail from? What is your township? That first batch is not a palate pleaser, but it probably is the most full of bacteria that is good for my gut. Anytime I have a sip of that first batch, I got like 15, 20 minutes, and then like I go take a nice vat and end up feeling so relieved. So it does push toxins out. If you're doing a cleanse, or if you're trying to purge your body of something, this would be great to take with like anti-parasitic herbs and some activated charcoal. Um, Midway through that, get you some of this good wine and help flush all of that crap out to keep everything on the up and up. North Carolina, that's what's up. Illinois, that's what's up. Yasaka is a method of harvesting which contributes to its final product. You'll have to look it up. Interesting. I try not to conflate too many things because the simpler the better. But might look that up. Does your channel show you making this stuff? Sorry, like I said, new here, just now seeing your info. I'm getting there. I'm building my platforms. I'm rather new to things. I'm not even that tech savvy, to be honest. I kind of probably need somebody helping manage this stuff. Appreciate the subscription. Please go and check out my Instagram. Instagram has changed their policy to where you have to have 1,000 or more subscribers in order to go live. I don't even know if that's everybody, if they're doing that to me, because I'm trying to put information out there that they'd rather not have people benefit from. Don't know. Almost don't care. But help me get to 1,000. I'm at like 580 something or five. I'm at 5 something right now. 567, something like that. Help me out. Every subscription counts. It matters. Your interactions, your questions, your inquisitiveness about gardening, natural ways of living. I need all of that. Every person in the chat, I want to hear from y'all. As long as y'all are normal people and not trolls, I want to hear from the people, man. They did it to me too. Went to TikTok instead. I can't afford to just go to another platform. I want every last one of my platforms to grow, and I have to do as much as I can to do that. But Instagram is where I probably have the most motion. As little to speak of, but the most out of all of them. What is that? Is that a Ninja Turtle? Don't even know what that is. Joey. Totally should run with Totally should run with niche. I've learned more in the last 30 minutes than the rest of the day. Thank you. I will absolutely subscribe. Take care, man. Have a good night. Man, you too, man. Tune back in. Lindo, what is going down? How are you? Where are you? 1s and 2s in the chat. If you can hear me. 1 and 2 if you can hear me and see me clearly. It's a troll. Oh. Joey, if you're still here, man, tune back in, ask questions. I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer. Give them a little buzz on with my wine. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's still brewing in the thing. The bubbles. It's still bubbling. I don't know if y'all can see that. But it's still brewing. That lets me know there is active yeast, active bacteria, active everything going on. I want to get that in my gut so it can do its thing. Adding good lactobacillus and fermented components from wine can help break down protein in your gut. So that's why you typically have a nice wine with a steak. Helps break down the protein so it's not heavy on the gut. Get it out, get the protein, get the amino acids, and get out of there. Luzana, Miss Santiago, how are you? Where are you coming? Where are you talking from? Like, what state are you in? What city? Where is your township? And have you subscribed to my Instagram, TikTok, and everything else? I need the followers. I am on the up and up, on the come up, I should say. But yeah, guys, getting beneficial bacteria into your diet is way easier than one would think. As long as you're eating good raw greens, which is a good prebiotic, and all prebiotics are just healthy fiber in your gut that the good bacteria can eat on and live a bit longer in your gut. You're going to pass everything must pass, right? So, but you want the beneficial things to stay there longer than the bad things. And you want them to colonize, which means basically take over the block more efficiently and aggressively than the bad things, so that you have the least chance of getting sick. Uh, Dang, gotta go, Ak. Tomorrow is day one of my cocooning. Hopefully, I'll be a butterfly soon. What? Okay, well, maybe you can let me know what you're talking about as far as the transitional and things of that nature. I wish the best for you, though. Um, Shalom. What's your ideal workout agenda? Yoga, bodybuilding, cardio, all of them. Weightlifting and bodybuilding for sure. I just came back from the gym, so ironic you said that. Bodybuilding because it focuses on weights, lifting weights, moving weights, getting the most muscle activity from the entirety of the body is the best way to boost metabolism, the best way to burn fat at rest by putting on muscle. The more muscle mass you have, the more calories and fat your body will burn to supply all that muscle. But workout agenda, probably bodybuilding, and then finish off with some cardio. Yoga, I'm not into yoga, although I do believe in good stretching. I just don't like the notation and the origins of where yoga came from. How do you break that down? Is it push-pull or muscle groups? I've always been the type of person to work the entire body. I haven't been working my lower body as much. I've been just doing cardio for lower body, mild cardio, because I have a tendon tear that needs to heal. So, but I've been a big proponent of entire body workouts. If I could swim all day, I would do that. Push pull is great. I do a lot of push and pull in the same day, so I can work out different muscle groups. Pushing will typically work out your triceps, your shoulders, your pecs, your core. Pulling would probably do more of your core. Pulling will your biceps. You can do pecs as well. I mean, it really is all over the place. What's going on? I cannot read your name. It's in a different language. I think it's an Eastern language, Bangkok or something like that. I don't know. How you doing? But anything with weights, bro. Anything with weights. Typically, anything you can handle 8 reps of, heavy enough to where 8 reps makes you put it down. 8 to 12 reps. After those 8 to 12 reps, you should be feeling the burn, and you should be able to do those 8 to 12 reps 3 sets at least. If you can do that, or even do more, just leave it all on the table at the gym. Come home, have some good protein, chicken, steak, butter, stuff like that, and yeah, your body will thank you. Your hormones will thank you. This is a far more balanced wine, the second batch, and it's still brewing. That's crazy. I wonder how strong it is. At least 14% alcohol. I bet at least 14% alcohol. No less than 12. What is going on? We're talking about beneficial microbes, bacteria, beneficial yeasts, beneficial everything in your gut. So now that I've broken down that prebacteria is beneficial bacteria, beneficial fiber in your gut, What are some beneficial fibers? What are some beneficial prebiotics that you guys are getting in your gut? That could be, I mean, I think coconut flesh is probably one of the best prebiotics. And but what do y'all like? I know some people like to eat a lot of vegetables. Vegetables are going to be your best way of getting prebiotics into the gut. And ask questions while I'm here, man. I'm here to help. I'm here to give you guys knowledge that just don't take my word for it. Go and research what I'm saying. Once you prove what I'm saying is right, just make sure you come back, hit that subscribe button, and keep interacting with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for some years. I've helped a lot of people out. Those who actually listen to what I say have benefited a lot from what I've had to share. So I'm here to share it with the world and hopefully get some followers, supporters, and even customers while I'm at it. Yes, indeed. Are there store-bought prebiotics that you can trust, like Poppy or probiotic shots? Yes, there is. Sure, there is. I go to Whole Foods. I used to go to Whole Foods for mine, but it's expensive. It is so expensive because you need to take prebiotics and probiotics every day. I used to get GT kombucha, the big one, which is like $10. At some places, I think I've seen them like maybe even like $12, something like that. I used to drink one of those a day at least. Now, when I was doing that, I felt the greatest I've probably ever felt. Like it was like almost like I was obligated to just do push-ups wherever I went because I had that much good bacteria in my gut. It good microbiome in your gut can help you think better, think clearer, help your body produce serotonin, which is going to make you feel good, make you use vitamin B in your body more efficiently, which is going to make you feel good as well. More beneficial bacteria in your gut is going to affect up here a lot. I'm talking about I was fighting off depression better once I took better probiotics and prebiotics. I'm telling you guys, a lot of what we go through is from what's going on in our gut. The pizza, the fried foods. The reason why those are so bad for your gut is because there's no prebiotics in them or probiotics. So it's like it's only protein, fat. And most of that fat is going to be high monosaturated. So like your body's just going to put that into fat storage. It's going to slow the body down. You're going to want to go take a nap after you eat it. It's going to be something that kind of like your body just doesn't know what to do with after it takes the protein out of it. But if you have some baked chicken with, I don't know, eggplant or some sort of vegetable and just don't overcook the vegetable, your body has protein, prebiotics, and if you have a good GT kombucha or some nice home fermented wine, you're adding good bacteria on top of that meal, on top of those prebiotics. So everything in the gut is going to be happy as you eat, as you fill your belly, as you get your nutrition. It's multifaceted, guys. And like I said, having those good lactobacillus bacteria, that lactic acid, which gives birth to that that lactobacillus bacteria. There's good streptococcal bacteria, not the one that gives you strep throat. There's literally beneficial streptococcal strands of bacteria that once you get them in your gut, it actually helps your immune system, believe it or not. So there's so much different ways of getting this stuff into your body. One good way people do around the world is eating fruit, eating vegetables straight off the tree. Most grapes, a lot of people don't know that white film that you see over grapes when it's on the vine is a beneficial yeast. The same yeast that you use in juicing them that makes them ferment into wine. So you don't even have to add yeast. No disrespect. Did you go to school for this or just self-taught? You have a lot of good information. Self-taught for the most part. I had to put myself through schooling. So I literally had a passion to help people heal themselves, do good by their body, put good things in their body, learn how to garden, learn how to be efficient. It kind of all started from gardening, but no, I didn't go to a institution to get certified in this stuff. Took a lot of binders, took a lot of pencils and pens, and Google and YouTube, and 15 years of just like trial and error, all that good stuff. So now I have it down packed. Like I've been through the ringer, so to speak. I'd love to go to like some place, or I wish they had some place where I can just go take a test, and if I pass the test, I don't have to go through the schooling. It proves that I learned enough, and I can just become a doctor in this and just go be a certified doctor. That would be great. But of course, they want their money, so I ain't got another 4 to 8 years to pay these people to get certified. I already spent 15 years learning it. Were you ever unhealthy, doing the opposite of what you do, of what you say now? Oh, of course. I still have a good amount of weight to lose now. I'm just a moderately healthy big person. That's it. I have to lose this weight. I know how to do it. Luckily, I'm educated enough to. I know I can. It's a possible task for me. Some people don't have the wisdom or knowledge to know how to do this, so that's why I'm here to let them know. Take it from a big guy, an overweight guy. Go prove what I'm saying. Once you prove it, because it's provable, I've done this research. I know I'm not wrong. Come back, subscribe, get some more wisdom, get some more of this nerdism, I guess, and rock out with me, man. No disrespect. Okay, no. Were you ever unhealthy? Oh yeah. So yeah, I was. Yes, I was at one point. It's just now. It's just a matter of discipline. At one point, I lost like 70 pounds in like 4 or 5 months, just doing strict keto and working out, less than 30 grams of carbs a day, and I was losing like a pound a day. It was crazy, but I felt great. Um, and that is the process I put myself through to prove myself. Like I use myself as a guinea pig for the most part. I'm the one sipping the wine that's still fermenting, not knowing if it'll give me explosive diarrhea because it's too much beneficial bacteria in the gut at once and can cause you to, go to the bathroom too soon. Thankfully, my gut isn't too messed up, so it doesn't make me go to the bathroom like that. But suppose you're somebody who's been like 10 years just eating horribly. You take these good bacteria, you're going to feel like you did something wrong because you're going to be going to the bathroom like every 15 minutes. Your body's just going to be getting rid of so much crap in years of toxins. Because every time you go to the bathroom, your body it speeds up your body's lymphatic system pushing out waste. There has to be waste for you to push out. So diarrhea, in a sense, is a way of getting rid of waste. It's also a way of your body depleting a lot of electrolytes and possibly getting rid of good bacteria as well. So it's not an end-all be-all to like, oh, I'm just going to clear out my body and give myself diarrhea. Like these people are taking this like duck flour thing and it gives them atrocious vomiting and diarrhea and snot and all this other stuff. That is a very abrasive way and a very aggressive way of just moving your lymphatic system. Shalom. Hold on, what? How do we parasite cleanse? And what should we avoid eating during a cleanse? Well, I think I know who this is. Well, a parasite cleanse should be taken with extreme caution. because if you're doing it right, you're going to deplete yourself of good electrolytes. You're gonna have to stay on top of that. You're gonna need good bacteria in your gut, which is a great topic for tonight. We're talking about beneficial bacteria and microbes and how to get these into your gut as least invasive as possible. And invasive, I mean your money, your time and scheduling and all this other stuff. Easy, simple. I'm enjoying some good wine that I fermented. I didn't give it time to age, which would eventually the alcohol would kill the bacteria and yeast, and I'll just be left with an alcoholic beverage. No, I'm gonna have it fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy it with the alcohol, of course, but with the good lactic acid, lactobacillus, good beneficial yeasts. I'm gonna enjoy all of that and give my gut something to replenish those good bacteria. A parasite cleanse should be taken with specific herbs. Black walnut hull is a great one. It's just getting your hand on like good, authentic black walnut hull. Can be a little, tricky. Preferably, I'd like you to go to the tree and just get the hull itself and kind of just pulverize it. Um, Cloves, of course, wormwood. I have wormwood in the backyard. I keep clove in the pantry. Um, another great parasite cleanse, and I want to stay on topic, is just keeping good bacteria in your gut. Parasites benefit primarily from negative bacteria colonizing your gut. When negative bacteria colonize the gut and your gut is moving very slow, your lymphatic system is moving very slow, everything is staying in the body and kind of festering. You start getting acne because the pus build up because your lymphatic system is not moving. That's when the pests are like, oh, okay, I can lay eggs, I can spawn here. But if you're getting good bacteria in your gut, things are moving and not having time to fester, then you can, you know what I'm saying, make your body kind of inhospitable to them. And then you add the wormwood, the clove, the black walnut hull, the papaya seeds, black pepper, what else? Things high in citrulline, any citrus fruit, limonene, limonene. These are different terpenes that are found in fruits, found in, just everything that we eat. What do you keep in your garden for good bacteria? That's a great question. Joey, that's a good one. Hope you subscribe. That's a good one. That is a very good wine. This is better than most, I think, any store-bought wine I've ever had in my life. If I can, I'll try to keep home-brewed wine available. What I like to grow in my garden for good bacteria, mind you, that's going to be good prebiotics. Still along the lines of your question, but these are things that are going to be great fiber to feed those good bacteria. For instance, an example. I'll just go pick a leaf right now. How about that? Stay tuned. Give me like 30 seconds. Y'all, so check it out. This is just going out there and picking leaves, right? Spinach, Malabar spinach. Great source of fiber. Highly mucinogenic, kind of like okra. It's kind of mucusy when you eat it. That coats the stomach and allows good bacteria to stay in your to have a better chance to make it to your gut, stay in your gut because your lining of your organs are well kept. Callaloo. Callaloo is high in iron, high in minerals, and high in fiber. Remember, you're growing things for good fiber. Once that fiber is in your gut, you can go ahead and take a sip of good bacterial wine, which is the probiotics. Once those get to the gut, they're like, oh, we finally made it. First of all, they have to make it past the stomach. So you kind of want to take it in decent amounts. Not saying you have to drink a bunch of wine. You can go get kombucha. You can go get um, probiotic capsules from Whole Foods, but those cost upward of like 50 to 70 dollars if you're going to get the nice 100 billion CFUs. That's a whole nother topic. We'll get into that. But you get the probiotics in there. You got the good fiber. You get the good prebiotic. You get the good prebiotics in there. That's the fiber. Then you get the good probiotics in there. That's the bacteria and good fungus as well. You have to be careful with the fungus. And then now you have a culture. You have an environment in your gut that is hospitable to good bacteria. That good hospitable environment that breeds and keeps that good bacteria in there allows your body to move waste more efficiently. This is collard green leaves. Not looking too great, but collard greens. This is probably the most efficient in good prebiotics, good fiber, because it's so fibrous. If you can tolerate it raw, you're almost guaranteeing that that good fiber is going to make it to your gut, past your stomach and stomach acid, all of that process. You're guaranteeing good fiber will make it to your gut, your intestines, basically. Great question. Great question. Did I answer your question as well, Autumn? Miss Autumn Smith, I believe. Hope I'm not mistaken on who that is. These are some great questions. Anybody else? I'm here while I'm chilling. I ain't gonna be up all night because this wine is it's whining, right? But I feel great. And one thing about this wine, when you'll notice once you start drinking home brewed wine, full of that good bacteria, um, hangovers are not really a thing. I mean, unless you're just wilding out, like really, really wilding, because your lymphatic system is moving so efficiently. All of the toxins that would typically build up and cause a migraine or that feeling when you wake up, that hangover feeling, your body's already pushing that out. You might actually get up and take a dump in the middle of the night, which is, you know, just not the Smith part. Okay, my bad. You're not who I think it is. Then. My bad. Thought you was one of my sisters. But you still maybe. Hold on. You still maybe. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question. Parasite cleanses should be taken pretty seriously. You also want to take them with a binder of some sort. So you have the herbs that are in there to kill the parasites, make your body very inhospitable to these parasites, rupture their eggs. But once these things die in your body, like everything that dies, it decays and releases whatever inside of it. And that could be an issue too. That's going to cause your fevers, your sicknesses, your mucus, your diarrhea, your whatever. You want to take a good binder, which are components that go into the body and have either have a good alkalinic charge where it binds to these things, especially in the kidneys and liver where all your toxins kind of usually end up anyway, binds to them and then the body can be like, okay, put this in the poop and push this out. Without that, you're reliant on your T cells, your immune system, and all that other stuff to get those dead parasites and all the toxins and eggs that they literally burst open and release to get out the body. You don't want to rely on your immune system to do that, because when your immune system is actively getting something out the body, you're going to feel flu-like symptoms. That comes along with it. When there's a war with your immune system inside the body, you're going to be like, damn, I feel sick. You feel sick because your body's getting rid of toxins and you don't have the binders to hurry up and get that out. If those toxins are sitting there from these dead parasites, your body's going to say, look, the body is being attacked by foreign objects. And then your immune system is going to go in there to try to get rid of it. Are the books you've read about this, Are the books that you've read about this that you recommend? You're asking for books? Any that come to mind, or podcasts? A podcast that comes to mind, what is that? Oh man, I'll probably have to come back online and tell you guys. I don't really listen to podcasts about this stuff anymore. I listen to a lot of bodybuilding podcasts, which they end up talking about the health aspect, because how can you do one without the other? That's a good one. Books. My mom's a nurse, so I kind of read her books a lot. I don't know the titles of them, but she has her books from when she was in college. A lot of that stuff is actually bullcrap, because it would, rather than tell you how to get rid of it and handle something, it'll give you a medication that is meant to soothe the symptoms for it. But it gives you a good idea. If you're thinking naturally on how to solve things, you'll be able to read that and spit out the bones, so to speak, and know, okay, instead of taking this for that, which would just soothe the remedy or soothe the side effect or whatever you're dealing with, the symptoms, take this herb to eliminate it. That's the state of mind that I was in. So a lot of the books that I read were pharmaceutical books and nursing books and doctoral books, or findings and readings online in Google. But I read it and took in that information with the lens of, okay, I know this herb is meant to deal with what you're giving this prescription for. Prime example, ibuprofen and Tylenol. Tylenol is known as acetaminophen. Acetaminophen is synthesized from paracetamol, the plant. That is a plant that I keep growing. And honestly speaking, if you see paracetamol, especially if you're in Texas, I can give you a 90% guarantee rate it came from my garden somehow, some way, or a garden of someone I worked on. But what they don't want you to know is that plant is easy to grow. The terpenes in it are so similar to marijuana and hemp that almost the same beneficial compounds that you would go to, or medicinal compounds you would go to hemp and marijuana for, a lot of those you can get in paracetamol. Terpenes are volatile carbohydrates that are found within the essential oils of plants. So basil, when you rub basil and you smell basil, you're smelling the terpenes that are coming out of that oil. They're highly volatile, which means they're very susceptible. So that's why you can rub them and smell them. You can brush past them and smell them. If the wind is blowing too hard, it blows terpenes off of there. You can smell them. Roses, lavender, plants, you know what I'm saying, anything that you can smell. When you cut open a mango and you smell it, you're smelling terpenes. Most terpenes have a medicinal compound to them. Triterpenes, which are high carbon content terpenes, almost all of them have a medicinal product to it. But you better have me nerding up in here. I mean, I'm already doing that. Side note, saw the dog. What breed? You saw Leia? How? She's short. You can't see her. What's the dog's name? Couldn't skip past that. Her name is Leia. Um, or I call her Booty. You know, that's just my pet name. I don't know. Every dog I've had, I talk to them with the baby noise when they're babies, and they just respond. I'll be like, "Woody, woody, 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 woody," and I don't know. I think dogs react to the term "booty." I swear. And she knows I'm talking to her. We let her in. Come on, Booty. Hope you use the restroom too. So, yeah, that's her name. Good questions, guys. Y'all are asking some great questions. Hopefully, um, y'all apply the knowledge that I'm giving, because there's no point in asking if you're not going to try to apply it to your life. Or at the very least, go research what I'm saying. Go research what I'm saying. Study to show yourself approved. Don't just take my word for it. I am not Christ. Christ is the only person that if they tell you something, it's fact, true, no need to research it. This is what it is. I am just a follower of Christ. Hopefully you can sense Christ in me, and maybe that was what resonates with you to know that I know what I'm talking about. But go and fact check me. I'm not scared of being fact checked like some of these people out here. I'm not. I went through 15 years of study for a reason, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? And then that allows you to feel more confident in what I'm telling you. If you fact check what I'm saying, that allows you to, hopefully that would inspire you to apply it. Because you know it's true now. Now that you know better, you should want to do better. I would hope. I got to get a hydrometer or ABV meter. Because I assure you, this wine is stronger than most. And that's another thing. Naturally brewed wine is going to, you're going to feel the effects of alcohol way quicker, because you have bacteria in your gut that is already adapted to the pH and substance you're putting in it. So the alcohol will be like that. You like within your first 5 minutes, you're going to be like, ooh, this is all right. You're going to feel like you maybe took a shot. That's just because it is in a available form that the body knows what to do with. Great bacteria, great yeast, the pH, I mean, all the bacteria is coming from the same substance you're putting in. Whereas if you took a shot of alcohol, yeah, you're going to feel it very quickly because it's going to synthesize to the tissues of your system. But it's going to be far more harsh. By the time it's going to be so high in alcohol concentration, I don't know. I like to sip. I like to feel good. I don't like to feel thrown off. I don't like to feel that. Like I'm nodding off in places and I'm sleepy and incoherent. Nah. Any food slash restaurants you might straight up avoid? Mac frickin' Donald's. Stay out of there. I don't even buy water from there. I haven't stepped into a McDonald's. The last time I stepped into a McDonald's is because I was doing DoorDash. Prior to that, it's been over like 10, 12-ish years. That's a fact, Jack. Burger King. I don't go to Burger King anymore. I used to love Burger King. I used to love McDonald's. And I think people kind of get it misconstrued. Like, just because we avoid these places because we're health conscious doesn't mean, boy, I sure miss a hot and spicy sandwich, man. Just the crisp crunch with the lettuce and the perfect amount of spice. The mayo. It's a good sandwich, but what it's comprised of, nah, horrible for the gut. Horrible. So much preservatives. You want to avoid places that have to use preservatives. That'll help you so much. McDonald's and all these burger joints, if you don't see the griddle and they're not flipping the burgers right there in front of you, they probably have, not probably, they have to have so much preservatives in there so they don't lose profit margin. And those preservatives kill bacteria in good bacteria in the gut. They freeze the lymphatic system. All of it goes straight into waste that gets into the fat of your body, causing you to break out and things like that. If they're not cooking the food in front of you, like Chipotle would probably be the one place I'll be like, I don't have a gripe with them. If you're going to go get something, go to Chipotle. Avoid the pork because it's high in parasites. You're just putting parasites into your body. Um, get their chicken. Their barbacoa is actually pretty decent. They just don't give you enough, in my opinion. But yeah, I would skip fast food joints, and I would go to, if you need fast food, go to places with whole foods they're selling to you. There's nothing wrong with the rice. There's nothing wrong with beans, as long as there's no pork in them. There's nothing wrong with the lettuce, the tomatoes, the corn, the avocado, the sour cream is decent. Like, the ingredients are wholesome enough to where the whole meal itself is good. Just work out, because that's a lot of carbs. Carbs make you bulk up or gain weight. The only way you're going to bulk up is if you're working out to turn those carbs into fuel for your muscles. You're going to turn that into fat if your body is not active enough to do that process. Carbs are either going to go into energy for your muscles or fat to store over your muscles to use later, which you don't end up using because you're not active. So it all stems down to being active, bro. Other places I would avoid. I would tell you to straight up avoid restaurants, and this is a guilty pleasure of mine. Little Caesar's Pizza. Oh, I still enjoy a good Little Caesar's Pizza. But that is so much carbs. It is a day's worth of calories in one pizza. So unless you're going to eat that pizza and not eat anything else for the rest of the day, which is highly unlikely, especially if you're a 6'4", 3+ black man, you know what I'm saying? It's not feasible. Yeah, avoid the pizza joints, man. There's almost nothing in there that your body would use as a prebiotic or anything else besides carbs and fat. There's not enough meat on that pizza to be a reliable source of protein. And if there is, you probably end up putting pork on there. So I would avoid that. Yeah. So that's pretty much covers that. Fried chicken. I know the internet's gonna have a field day with this one, but who doesn't love some good fresh fried chicken? If you've been to Jollibee's before, hey, I'm right there with you. I gotta stop. I gotta get away from them. But it's just one of those items where it's high in monosaturated fats. That's horrible for your gut. Or I think it's polysaturated. It's high in negative fats for your body. Killing you? I know, bro. Killing me too. And I used to have a method. I used to go to Little Caesars. I never got like hot and ready's because they're all pork anyway. They don't even do cheese hot and ready's anymore. You have to wait for them. But if you wait the 10 minutes, they don't even be 10 minutes. If you wait, you have a fresh, ooey gooey pizza. I'm telling you, man. I shouldn't even tell you that because now it feels like I'm endorsing it. But you have cheat days someday. If you're active and you go to the gym 3 to 4 days out the week, you can afford to have a day where you have a calorie overload because you're building muscle enough to burn calories and fat at rest. You got my favorite city in the U.S. You, huh? You got a favorite city in the U.S.? Houston. Houston, Texas. That's where I was born and partially raised. And it's a melting pot here. Of course, you have that element where, I mean, everywhere has their element that you have to be cautious of. But typically, people here aren't on like super like gang banging or anything like that. It's affluent. There's always something going on, positive wise, so to speak. So, Houston, Texas, and it's down south. We still have good morals and values that people typically stick to. So, yeah. So good prebiotics. Get you some good probiotics. You can go to Whole Foods. They have. I don't have the bottle with me here because I don't use it anymore. But when I first started getting into probiotics, they have a good probiotic that has like a 1 billion CFUs, and CFU is the unit of viable, liable, and live cultures. I think it literally means culture something something. It's the amount of active bacteria that is in there. If you don't have at least 1 billion, it's not enough to, I think, be technically called a probiotic. So there's that. Do with that as you will. GT kombucha has 9 billion CFUs per serving. I think it's like 4 servings per large bottle. I used to take one of those a day. But when I really was trying to get serious, I took the 100 billion CFU unit capsules. Pop one of those, drink kombucha on top of that, have a super ridiculous bowel movement, but then feel super great afterwards. How do you spell the plant you were speaking of earlier? The plant that you said 90% of them started with you. Paracetamol, Paracetamol. Paracetamol. Um, Good paracetamol you're not really going to find in the United States. You can come on down to Jerusalem Naturals with your boy Stan, Nature Man Stan, and get yourself some from me. Do your research. Um, I'm just here to help. I'm just here to help. So, in the near future, I will have a website that you guys can visit and show your support and get quality gardening materials, quality amendments for your soil, and hopefully it grows and you guys can get everything you guys need. I can be a one-stop shop for you guys. Do you ship it throughout the U.S.? I can. You have to contact me for details. Go to my Instagram and we can chop it up there. Jerusalem_Naturals. You'll see me there in purple. It's my favorite color. So you'll see me in my Texas attire. And just contact me. Let me know what you may be dealing with, why you may need the plant, because there may be other alternatives that you can use. But if you would like that plant, we can chop it up. We can chop it up. Mr. Joey Stidham. How do you spell plant? Okay, yeah, guys. So, y'all have any more questions? I'm here. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes. Brainstorm. Throw your questions out. As long as you're not trolling, there is no like stupid question. I am here to help the people. I'm probably going to eat some of that baked potato that I have. But I went to the gym today, so I will afford myself those carbohydrates that I'll be taking in, right? Because I'm building muscle. Typically, you don't want to have any carbohydrates at night. Anything after 8, if you're going to eat, let it be if you're going to have carbohydrates, let it be a fruit. But I typically would tell you to just take in a bunch of vegetables, a nice salad, because salads are fibrous. It's raw greens. and your body's not gonna. There's like no fat to be made out of it. You're not gonna gain fat. You're probably gonna get up, take a dump in the middle of the night because you have so much fiber in your gut that those beneficial bacteria will be able to work with it. Um, yeah, or protein. Have some chicken. Have some beef. Yeah, lamb is great. Goat is for all my people out there who are not like too skeptical of eating like gamey meat. Goat is like the best meat in my opinion that I probably have ever had. But we know how to cook it from the islands. Everybody don't know how to cook goat. Stew it well. That is my last. Yeah, probably gonna fall asleep watching TV. Any more questions, guys? Any probiotic questions? Good bacteria in your gut, health related, garden related. How to contact me? Go ahead and go to my Instagram. Get me past 1,000 subscribers so I can go back on live on Instagram. They are. I feel like they're shadow banning me, guys. I feel like they don't want me to get you guys this information that I've been telling you guys. If I don't get another chance to say it, thank you, bro. A lot of good information. Hey, man, thank you. You've been interactive. You wouldn't have got this information if you wasn't interactive and being genuine. And I assume you're being a genuine person while you're being on here. So, salute to you, man. Good information. If I could subscribe twice, I would, man. God bless you, bro. Love you, man. Keep it up for real. One day I'll fight for you to respond to my comments. Bro, I don't want to be that guy where the people who are here at ground zero, they feel drowned out by like, my growth or whatever. Bro, if you're here at ground zero and you stick along with me while I grow and God blesses me to just grab all the people and just like, what I'm saying, Superman to higher heights, because I'm not leaving. I'm doing this for the people. Bro, by that time, we should be in like personal contact with each other. Like, as long as you're not a weirdo or you don't mean me harm or you're not underhanded or dealing with Satan, evil eye, want the worst for me, which I assume you're not. By that time, bro, we should have met already. You know what I'm saying? Shook each other's hand, had a nice glass of wine, you know what I'm saying, with one another. Brother or sister, whoever you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Joey, my brother, yeah. Bro, don't even worry about that, bro. Like, just keep showing some support. Hopefully you can become a gardener and I can help you with your garden. Because we're getting into some times, bro. If you're not trying to exercise the freedom that comes with growing your own produce, you're going to be left in a position to where you're going to be reliant on high-priced, nutritioned food to feed yourself. Spinach, all the produce of today doesn't have, I think they said like a third or a fifth of the nutrition that our grandparents had in their produce. So a cucumber was more nutritious 50 years ago. Like almost 5 times more nutritious. Just 50 years ago. 50, 60 years ago, so give or take. And we wonder why our testosterone levels are like beneath the floor. Women are having on top of hormonal imbalances and not like almost every woman is anemic. I think like 9 out of 10 women, there's some ridiculous number of women are anemic because there's no iron in the spinach anymore. There's no iron in these, produce. So I'm here to help with that. Yeah, while I'm breathing, right? Because it seems like a lot of people who help people end up in the wind. But I'm not really concerned about that. My life isn't my own anyway. Praise God for that. But it seems like we have come to a conclusion. Guys, please, once again, subscribe to my Instagram, my TikTok, Facebook, this YouTube that you're on right now. I would really appreciate it. Keep interacting, asking questions, really trying to get this knowledge. I don't really withhold knowledge from anyone. It was given unto me to help other people, so it is what it is. And people who are genuine and appreciate it, they'll support me. I'll keep a roof over my head, food in my mouth, clothes on my back. I'm content. Till next time, guys, I'm Nature Man Stan. Thank you for tuning in. Peace. Thank you, guys.